moment, guys. We are waiting on the teams to be ready for everybody for their match. We are going to go ahead and start talking about it a little bit, though, guys. It's going to be Floof Crew versus IBuyFursuits. Prediction coming up in the chat right now, guys. So if you guys see that, make sure to spend some points on that. But interesting series, guys. What are your guys' thoughts on both of these teams?
I mean, Floof Crew has always been a bit of a, I don't know, it's, sometimes they played really well, other times you think, like, what happened here? So, definitely gonna be interested to see how they can perform today, especially as they have a rather early slot when it comes to time, so that's probably gonna help all of the Floof Crew players out. But I think IBuyFursuits had a huge glow up with the roster changes, and I mean, they can basically beat almost all of the teams right now, I think, if they play really well. So it's gonna be a great first matchup, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
I
sorry.
completely agree with you. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry about that.
No, I'm fine. That's fine, Alex. You tell me, what are your thoughts on the squads?
I think this is going to be just a very interesting matchup because, as I've said multiple times, Floof Crew is very, very defensive overall, and Pads being the main shooter of the team there, and IBuyFursuits also having a very similar structure with Korup being the main shooter, while Vayne and Golden are just holding down that back end. And just seeing that and seeing how those playstyles are very, very similar, I'm very curious to see how this will go, knowing that, like, seeing how, like, as I said, how those teams are structured, it might just feel like it's one team versus the same exact team, and we shall see which one is able to edge it out. But personally, I feel that this is going to be a very, very close match.
Yeah, well, let's talk about a couple of these teams first, in particular the members of each squad. Let's talk about IBuyFursuits, guys. This is going to be Corrupt, Vayne, and Golden, and as we said, they've had a definite glow up on the team since these two have joined Corrupt here, and they're definitely looking to be strong competitors. None of them on the top of the leaderboards just yet, but with the performances like they've been putting out, I wouldn't be surprised if they hit those top standings here pretty soon.
They are definitely a huge opponent to go up against. I mean, as I've said at the beginning, IBuyFursuits was kind of slacking, but recently they've really picked up the pace, had some insane matches, some insane plays, and I think it was the last weekend where they even won with a sub, so just gonna be even more interesting to see what they can do together with Corrupt.
Yeah, and I believe, correct me if I'm mistaken, but we've only seen this entire team as it is right now play only once before. Is that right?
That is correct. They played against Fox Clan in week 3, and that was a very interesting match from my perspective. Definitely did not. I definitely underestimated the impact that Vayne and Golden would have on the roster, and they definitely took advantage of us in our defensive times, and my goodness, they are such a good squad right now. Like, Vayne, very mechanical, just knows exactly where to put the ball. Golden on defense has been phenomenal, and it looks like, you know, they're definitely going to be a hard team to beat. But we also have their opponents here, Floof Crew here, but surprisingly enough, we are going to be having a sub for this one. We are going to have Nano coming in replace of Alex for this match today, along with Pads and Zami. Nano is a player that we haven't seen play at all in this league, so I'm very excited to see what they bring to the table.
Yeah, Nano definitely gonna be a bit of a shake-up for Floof Crew. I think they've gotten very comfortable playing with Alex, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. But Zami and Pads, we've seen a lot from them. You've already touched on Pads' kind of deficiencies on NA servers, but gonna hope that it's not gonna be that big of a problem today. But we're just gonna have to see in game. I think Floof Crew are definitely gonna put up a good fight. What do you think, Alex?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting. Again, as you said, Nano being put on that team might shake things up just a little bit, but knowing how good Pads and Zami are, I am sure that they'll be able to adapt to that change as much as they can. And, I mean, like, no matter what, they're going to be shooting for the win here. So we shall see how it goes.
Yeah, I am absolutely excited to see how these guys play. We do have them all getting ready in the lobby now, so it's only going to be a few more minutes before we get going with our first match. And I will let you guys know, Floof Crew, being the lower seed here, for I think maybe the first time, they get to pick the server, and that means we will be starting on EU. Once again, for those that don't know the rules, if there are 2 or more EU players in the match, we do alternating servers. The lower seed does get the first pick for game 1. And then we go to, if we get to a game 5, the team that gets to pick it is the one with the higher goal differential. So going straight to EU for game 1, do you think that's going to affect IBuyFursuits at all, guys?
It's definitely gonna be something that Floof Crew is gonna be happy about. I think just getting into a good flow on a home server before they have to inevitably face the away servers might help them warm up a bit quicker and get into like a good stride. So I think they're gonna be happy with that.
Yeah, and as you mentioned before, Fade, Pads is not performing as well as they probably want to on those away servers, so getting that home server right off the bat is going to give them a lot of momentum that might be crucial in this matchup here.
Definitely have to agree there. We're gonna have to see what they do to kind of deal with that. It has been a week, so maybe Pads has been grinding a little bit more. I'm not entirely sure. It could also be like a communication thing, so we're definitely going to want to see if maybe that's something that they work on as well. We're just going to have to see what they can do. I mean, this squad is going to be very powerful. I do think that having the sub in Nano might affect them a little bit. And we got to definitely look at IBuyFursuits here and give them a little bit of an edge. And that might give them an edge going into their next series as well, as they'll immediately be going into play Rule No after this one.
Yeah, let's hope that Floof Crew can get their mental down a bit, right?
Yeah, we shall see how it goes here.
Let's hope they don't gather insane momentum and just sweep Rule No. Poor team.
I mean, Rex, you can only really hope there.
Yeah.
All right, well,
And
we
only
got...
count on my lucky stars, you know,
For sure.
as with my shots.
Well, guys, we are about to get started here, so I gotta ask you guys, predictions for the series. Who's taking this one?
You know, Alex, I think you should start with this one, as I think I'm pretty sure what you're gonna say.
And by that, you mean you're just gonna copy my answer. Okay, I see how it is.
No, I'm pretty locked in.
No? Okay. I think I'm gonna go with IBuyFursuits for this one. I think, while again Pads and Zombie are very good players, the addition of Nano into there, I feel, will disrupt the flow that they have on that team just a little bit too much. And as I said, IBuyFursuits has a very similar playstyle to Floof Crew, and with Nano being added, kind of disrupting that flow just a little bit, I feel that IBuyFursuits will be able to effectively beat Floof Crew at their own game here.
You know, you actually surprised me a bit there. I thought you were just gonna say, they both play good, I don't want to choose anyone, but I'm gonna be with you on this one. I think IBuyFursuits' kind of rise lately has been going real good, and then also with the handicap of Floof Crew having to sub in someone pretty late too, I think. I think IBuyFursuits is just gonna have the edge, but I'd be happy for Floof Crew to prove me wrong.
I mean, there's nothing more to be said. You guys kind of said it all. Like, Floof Crew does have a sub coming in. It is going to be a little bit hard for them to get the chemistry going right off the bat. Along with that, IBuyFursuits looking so strong as of late. I gotta give the edge to them. I think it's going to be a closer series. I don't think it's going to go to 5. I think it'll go to 4. But I am going to give this 3-1 to IBuyFursuits. But, you know, guys, we always say it, there's only so much that we can do by talking. We have to see the match play out, and it is time to get started with match number 1 of Week 5 of our Rocket First Draft League. And guys, it's gonna be me and Rex. We're going with IBuyFursuits with Floof Crew to start the day, and let's see what these guys can bring to the table, Rex.
Let's see it. Let's get into some good old Rocket League. Floof Crew versus IBuyFursuits. You know, we all predict IBuyFursuits, but let's still root for the underdogs in this situation. Let's see what Floof Crew can put up against IBuyFursuits in the first match of the day.
And Rex, we need you to join spectators. There we go.
Yeah, my game crashed, so I'm on reconnecting right now.
Okay, well, guys, we are going to start right now. Floof Crew off with a quick attack from Pads. It's going to be stopped by Corrupt there on the back line. Golden trying to get a touch out to a teammate, and Zami just going to dunk them off there. I definitely expect to see a lot more aggression coming out from Pads and Zami, but they're going to have to play it safe a little bit as well. Not going to have to want to leave Nano in the back line all on their own, so we're going to have to see how they adjust for that. Meanwhile, IBuyFursuits trying to stay in that midfield. However, it's a long clear. Vayan will get back in time and stops any offensive pressure from the Floof Crew here. Now Corrupt pushing it high towards a teammate. Golden going to be the first one to it, beating Nano out. Looking for the second touch. Can't quite find it, and Zombie wins the 50 into the midfield. Corrupt gonna get a nice touch out, but Pads is gonna have the ball. Going for the flip reset. Nano is there. Nano's gonna score, and that's gonna be 1-0 for Floof Crew right here.
And that's a good showing for the sub. Getting the first goal, of course, Pads doing a lot of the heavy lifting there, but Nano Blue in the correct position to follow up on it. Well done by Floof Crew. Is gonna give them an early lead in game number 1. Still 4 minutes and 4 on the clock. IBuyFursuits a little scramble in, or a little mistake in defense in the beginning rather, but they still have more than enough time to make up for it, especially with a missed touch from Zami. Gives Corrupt a chance to put it towards the pink net. Pets cannot touch it either. Nano Blue cannot get the follow-up. Golden is gonna equalize just about 20 seconds later.
And definitely good move from Golden there. Pads just can't quite get the read. Doesn't have the right amount of momentum to get to that ball, and it was well put up by the IBuyFursuits offense for that one. Tying up the game pretty quickly. That's definitely what they want to see for that roster. Unfortunately, not what you're going to want to see for Floof Crew. It's Nano, not going to be able to get a touch here. Pads with the 50, it's going to be high, and Zami, first one up to it. These faster reads, definitely what I like to see from Floof Crew. Zami gonna look for the redirect. It's over Van, but not enough. And 3:25 on the clock. Looks like another shot from Nano coming in. And we're definitely seeing a little bit more aggression from him, as I thought we might. Now Golden going to have this moved over to the side. Zami with a good bump. And Pads looking for the pass, but it's not going to touch the right part of their car. They're going to fake this touch. And Van just going to be able to get this pass to everyone else on the offense. Now, 3 minutes remaining. And we're going back into the IBuyFursuits corner. Rex, we have seen a lot of aggression in this yellow half.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's a bit more of a back and forth, and right as I say that, Corrupt gets a good read on Zami's attempted clear, completely dunks him away. We can see here in the replay it started out with Nano not really getting a good clear away, leading to some IBuyFursuits aggression right here. Well done from IBuyFursuits to capitalize on that. And I mean, against this new rising roster from IBuyFursuits, mistakes like that are just something that you cannot allow to happen. Zami is gonna try to equalize here, gets blocked though. Pads with a good follow-up, puts it a bit high, and no one there to keep the pressure. Nano Blue is going to go off the sidewall though, gets a flip mid, and Zami is there for another touch. Can Zami get another one? No, he cannot. Nano though, towards net. Corrupt is gonna be there for the save. Pads with the follow-up, it goes above goal, and Pads equalizes. Just above half of the game remaining right here. And we see, as you said, a back and forth, especially in goals right now. Very nice shot from Floof right here.
Definitely a good move from Floof Crew to be able to tie that one up just with under half the game remaining. This is definitely what we need to see. Now Zami looking for a shot. Van going to be putting this over to the side. Immediate pressure for the Floof Crew off of kickoff here. And now Golden excellent touch pass. Zombie's not going to have a lot of boost, so they're going to have to play this one a little bit slow. Does get it underneath Golden, though, but Pad's going to be that last back. Corrupt can't find a touch out to a teammate, and Golden just going to try and keep the pressure here. Let's see what happens. Zombie over to Nano, and it's almost an excellent clear attempt, but Van does shut that down at the source. Now Nano can't get it past Corrupt. Corrupt looking for the air dribble, and Pad's going to shut that down completely, not wanting to give this man any sort of space, which is a very good idea if you're Floof crew here. Now Corrupt can't get past Nano. It's a really good dunk. Golden puts it out to Zombie, but no one on the Floof crew offense can really capitalize on this. Pad's looking for the solo play, and Van puts it out to the corner. And this is something that we've seen a lot from Floof crew, where they get a really good dunk or a really good 50, and there's just no one there to capitalize on the shot very quickly, and it really allows the opposing team to move out of their half pretty easily.
Yeah, right now, Floof Crew tried to get some more time to get touches on those balls, went for some more physical plays. Pad's even going as far as bumping someone in net and getting a good save right here. Pads cannot get another save though. Just hitting 60 seconds in this game, and Vayan puts IBuyFursuits back in the lead here. It really seems like Floof Crew is struggling as soon as IBuyFursuits gets some sustained pressure here. Just everyone doing little defensive mistakes here, and IBuyFursuits just capitalizing on it.
Still plenty of time for this squad to come back, and that might do it with the bump! Zombie gonna score a tying goal, only just off the kickoff, and from Pads here. MVP on this move in particular, that bump on Corrupt, so crucial in allowing Zombie a way forward.
Yeah, and it's exactly what I've been hitting at before. Pads going for some crazy aggressive physical play. Maybe a kickoff goal, you know, Vayan can save it. But yeah, Pads overall, Floof Crew, I think I've seen Zami go for some bumps as well. This one's going goal as well, and Goal cannot get the save. What a shot from Zami, crossbar, and down is gonna give Floof Crew a lead in this game.
And that's insane. Golden so close to that touch there, just not quite able to connect, and that's going to be a little bit of the server diff that you're going to have to deal with in some of these matchups, and you really have to make sure that you're ready for it as your game starts. All these players know what's coming, so they have to be prepared to be playing on some of these servers where their touches might be a little bit farther than they might anticipate. And now Floof Crew definitely gaining the benefits here as we go for a nice air dribble from Pads there. Nano trying to get a touch, not going to be able to find it. Van gonna clear it over. Pads, it's going to be the last back. Can't get the touch. Corrupt looks for a shot. It's going to be saved on the goal line with 5 seconds left. Is anybody from IBuyFursuits going to be able to score? Van tries to keep it up, but it's behind them. Nano puts it down, and Case, this is the wrong one. Hold up. This is supposed to be Floof Crew.
NA production.
NA production, guys, as Floof Crew gonna end up winning that one, guys. Definitely a good game from them to start this one off, and it was really close at the end there.
Really, did you put the last seconds into the highlight fade?
Oh, of course, that save.
Like the last second we've seen, I think. Because Zami went for a bump, which forced Corrupt to miss the ball at the end, so they could not keep up the pressure and maybe force the goal, maybe force overtime, who knows, but very well done from Floof Crew at the end. They really figured out the physicality that they need, in my opinion.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. It was definitely a good goal to be scored there, or a good game to be had there by Floof Crew, but it was definitely close. They definitely had a little bit, there were definitely some problems I think that they're going to need to work on for the future, but I do think that going into this next match, going on NA, this is going to be the true test for Floof Crew here, as I am trying to wait for these replays to be ready, but it doesn't seem like they're loading very fast at all, so we're probably just going to be getting into this next match here on US East servers. So this is something we've talked about many times, where Pads just does not have a great time on these servers, and we're gonna have to see how they play into that.
Yeah, definitely gonna be interesting to see how things change, especially now that the Floof crew have kind of adapted the more physicality-heavy playstyle, which, you know, can be a bit tricky on away servers where you also have to deal with that ping. You know, kind of get those phantom demos every now and then, and, well, only one way to find out what happened is, oh, it's gonna be to watch the next game, but I thought it was the next game, and it's just the highlights. No, is it?
No,
No,
we're
it's
on the
not.
next game.
Okay, I got confused by the score on the top there, but on to game 2 anyway. Zami here with a good 50, going right midwards, and Nano tries to follow up. Good defense though from IBuyFursuits. Pets with the touch in field and a bit of a forced back pass. Well done from, or well defended from IBuyFursuits here, but Floof crew is not gonna give up so easily. Yes, they will. Zami just missing that save by a few centimeters on the goal line. IBuyFursuits once again taking the lead in game number 2.
And definitely something that we expect to see here on the NA server is IBuyFursuits going up quick. Now we're going to have to see how Floof crew will respond to this one as a kickoff goes all the way towards their corner. A pass out, but it only goes to Van. Van looks for the touch over a couple of pads. Gonna be the first one to that ball. Now a pass out, but Corrupt reads that pretty easily. Nano, a really nice touch off of that side. And now Zami looking for the shot. It's gonna be into the corner. And they get the read. Zami ties it up with a minute off the clock.
And I mean, really well done by Zami there, reading where the ball's gonna go, keeping it calm, and I mean that's something we really know Zami for, especially in those awkward situations. Zami seems to have a really good read on them, and this time it's gonna lead to the equalizer for Floof crew. 4 minutes on the clock. Corrupt missing the touch here, no boost left. Everyone is kind of awkward here. Pads gets a beat though, keeps control with the Fennec, flicks it up. Anyone there to follow? Nano tries, but not up far enough, and in the end Corrupt is gonna take control of this ball. A team pinch from IBuyFursuits here is gonna get the ball into the pink half. Some physical play, a demo from Corrupt, and Vane into the pink net. No one home for Floof crew quick enough to save this, and IBuyFursuits back in the lead.
And it's a really nice play coming out from Van there, getting the pressure that they needed with the help from the rest of their teammates to take that lead. 3:38 remaining though. And we're going to have to see, once again, how Floof crew is going to respond. They keep losing the kickoffs, it seems like. They're going to need to start trying to get those a bit more aggressive. But kickoffs on an opposing server, definitely hard to do. Now Zami gets a really nice pinch. Golden is going to be back for this one, though, but going to get their boost stolen away from them. Now Pads being able to keep up the pressure. Nano can't quite get the touch, a little bit too far upfield, and that's going to boom back into that Floof crew corner. Now Zami faking that ball. Might have been a really nice move. Took out Golden from the equation. A big boom onto the corner. Van will be there to put it over to the side, over where Corrupt is. And now Pad's going to have to play that midfield pressure a little bit. Pass out to Zami. It's task 1. An excellent shot. Van with the save. And that was incredible from IBuyFursuits, keeping the lead at 1 for their team.
Yeah, absolutely well saved from IBuyFursuits there. Also, great attempt from Floof crew. You have to see some more of that. Good save for them for now, as Nano, oh, Baffy's backflip right there. Pants is gonna take over. Clears the ball into the yellow half here from IBuyFursuits, and another good try from Pats, but even better defense from IBuyFursuits. A good clear from Vane away will eliminate a lot of the pressure that Floof crew was building up here. Ball bouncing down, now Vane tries to clear, it falls to Zami. A bit of a hard touch from Zami there, it's not gonna lead to control. Pats tries as well. Good control here, gets a flip over one, ball bounces mid, another bump attempt for Pats, but this time Corrupt is there for the saving touch, but Pats will end up with possession. Never mind, Vane is there for the quick challenge. Corrupt cannot find the touch, and ball stays out of the net for now as it goes back into the midfield. Pats taking control, plays it upfield. Ball bouncing mid. Can Vane get a touch? It's a bit of an awkward touch. Zami's there for the 50. It goes high. Pats with the follow-up shot. And of course, Pats slots it right beneath the crossbar. Floof crew back up to an even game here. 1 minute 40 left.
Excellent shot by Pads there, using that CRL 2022 World Contender title and showing us what that's all about. Excellent read there. just making sure to put it where no one in the defense would be able to get up to it in time. And now we move back into the kickoff as only a minute and a half remaining for both of these teams. Pads gonna get a crucial touch. They did not want Van to be able to pass out to a teammate. Zombie trying for a pass of their own. Pads is gonna have a long ball, but Golden's gonna be the first one there. Now Nano, good 50, but it goes off of the corner. Zombie is beat by Corrupt here. Another excellent touch from Corrupt. Pads will be back to defend, but Golden gets the boost, and the ball in a very awkward position. Pat's not able to really take the touches that they want on it. Vayan trying to put it straight down. It is going to be cleared out by Zombie, though. And now Golden, last line of defense. A great touch over to Corrupt. And Pat's not going to be able to get the touch. Nano's going to be last back. Vayan misses the shot. Another touch coming out, and Zombie gets the save. And now Nano moves it out, and we remain tied.
Oh, there was so many goal chances there for IBuyFursuits, but great defense from Floof Crew. Maybe a bit of luck also playing into the equation right there. Corrupt now with control in the pink half, and Golden will be there for the follow-up. Floof Crew just too awkward in defense, and with 29 seconds on the clock, look at this. Corrupt gets it right past Pads. Perfect shot from Golden, right around everyone from Floof Crew. Very well done by IBuyFursuits here to take a late lead, and that might be all that they need to win this game number 2. 20 seconds left for Floof Crew to equalize this game now, as Zami, not the best 50, and Corrupt puts another goal in, and that might just be the dagger in the hearts of Floof Crew for game number 2. 2-goal lead, 20 seconds on the clock. Fade, I think this is gonna be very hard to come back for Floof Crew, especially if we don't see some kickoff shenanigans right here.
Yeah, and defensive mishaps just costing Floof Crew a couple of valuable points. You can see for that third goal for IBuyFursuits, it was mainly a boost problem here. Not so much on the fourth goal, just a little bit of defensive mispositioning, but Pads is trying to make this one into a game as they're going to score a third one, in an excellent move from them off of this to get that touch. And with 12 seconds left, just another good kickoff from Floof Crew, and we could find ourselves an OT.
I'm not done looking at that goal. What was that play from Pads, recovering off the ceiling, putting it right into the net? It was RLCS kind of play right there. 3 seconds left on the clock. Now Pads has possession, puts it against the corner wall, and it's gonna touch down. A good effort from Floof Crew, but it's not gonna be enough to take game 2. IBuyFursuits is gonna reign victorious and tie up the series.
And now we're in a very interesting situation going back to EU, tied up. Definitely going to have to see how these guys play on that one. Definitely a close one, and it's definitely something I like to see from Floof Crew there, moving forward with the aggression that they did at the end. If they can keep that up, I think that this series might not be as easy as IBuyFursuits want to believe it's going to be. Rex. Definitely a good thing to see from all of these guys.
Absolutely. I mean, as you said, that last play from Pads right there was absolutely insane. I mean, we've talked about. You guys have talked a lot about how Pads didn't really perform that well on away servers, but that right there definitely shows you that Pads has been absolutely grinding. And I mean, it was just insane. Let's see if we can get some more of that great action in game number 3. If Zami and Nano are gonna step up as much as Pads did and get us to game number 4 at first, but maybe even a game number 5 in this first series of the day.
For sure, and you can see the replays from game 2 coming out. There were definitely some good saves. Pads there, kind of holding the team together a little bit. I definitely want to see them continue to keep that up as much as possible. You could also see lots of IBuyFursuit pressure, and that's exactly what you're expecting to see coming out from this squad. And I think that it's working really well for them, but they are having a couple of defensive mistakes that they're going to really need to fix, especially on these EU servers, before Floof Crew take advantage of them.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the goals that IBuyFursuits were able to score have actually stemmed from defensive missteps on the side of Floof Crew, even though they were sometimes forced by just continuous pressure from IBuyFursuits. That's still something they have to watch out for. Double commits, straight up missing the ball. We've seen a defensive misread from Pads earlier. So if they can clean this up, this is going to be a very, very competitive series as we head into game number 3. The kickoff right here goes very much so in IBuyFursuits' favor. Pads unable to defend in the end, and an insanely quick 3-second first goal for IBuyFursuits into game number 3 right here.
Absolutely, and I will ask you guys to forgive the production a little bit, as a lot of our stuff is running a little slower than usual today. Due to some PC downgrades that had to be made, unfortunately. So things not running quite as smoothly as I would like. Hopefully will be fixed later on in the league, but for now we are just gonna have to deal. But so far, looks like Floof Crew is dealing just fine with that goal deficit as they look to attack on this yellow side. Nano getting a pass out off of the 50. Golden gonna take possession, and Zombie just gonna get a nice little double tap there just to keep possession, but can't get the wall read. And Zombie definitely gonna want to clean up those reads a little bit. Now Zano going for the shot, but gonna be a bit high. Zombie tries to push forward, and it's gonna be cleared over. And now Zombie tries once more, but just doesn't have the boost, and we're gonna get cleared over to the Floof Crew side once more.
Yeah, I've seen Corrupt chill in the chat right there. He just went for like a triple reset or something. He's trying to go insane here. Now Vayne is gonna try as well. Ball gets sent mid though. Nano misses the touch, unfortunate for them. But Pads is there to defend any shot opportunities for IBuyFursuits. Quick challenge from Pads. Now gets the ball mid. Golden there. Good 50 from Pads. Once again, Pads doing really well so far in this game. But it's not been enough so far. Still 1 goal lead from IBuyFursuits. Now once again Pads with the ball goes for an off the side wall challenge here as the ball bounces up the other wall. Zami gets demoed for his troubles, but Pads once again there for the follow-up. Ball goes mid, Golden gets 50 by Nano Blue. Ball bounces up high, Corp with the follow-up. Pads there with the save, 3 minutes 20 on the clock. And we've seen Pads do a lot of things here, Fade. What do you think Floof Crew has to do to utilize the other players in the team as well?
I definitely think that it's just like, you know, they heavily do rely on Pads for a lot of these clears and stuff. And I think it's just communication and just kind of, you know, figuring out exactly what your role is going to be. However, Vayan going to take advantage of a defensive mishap here. Zombie touching this off to the side, not expecting Nano to be up for this one. And Vayan doing a really nice job at slotting that singing open net.
Yeah, maybe it almost looked like Zami and Nano might have gone for like a team pinch there, but might as well have just been a bit of miscommunication on the side of Floof Crew there. That's definitely the exact defensive mishaps I've been alluding to earlier. So definitely Floof Crew gonna wanna get those fixed. Pads now with a miss in defense as well, and it bounces off the post. This might as well have been the 3rd goal for IBuyFursuits, but for now Floof Crew remain lucky. Pads there with control. It's gonna go over to Zami, who gets a corner boost. No touch on the ball, though, falls down to Naru. Can he get a touch? No, it's going mid. Corrupt with a good pass, and Vayan there for the follow-up. A 3-goal lead just about halfway into this game, and IBuyFursuits looking like a real big problem for Floof Crew right now, even on their home servers.
And this is something that I was worried about for Floof Crew, is that whenever they are on EU, they seem very dominant, but once a team kind of downloads them on that server, then they start having these little mistakes and just these little overcommits that kind of add up. And then suddenly, if you're losing on EU servers and you can't put it together on NA servers, it kind of equals a loss for you. So they really need to get it together a little bit with some of these touches. And once again, a really nice move from Pads there, but just no one there to commit. Unfortunately, Nano misses the touch. And that's definitely going to be something that you're shaking your head out. For Floof Crew, you're going to want to be able to connect on those goals. Now, another nice pass out, but it's going to be wide. That's going to be a really tough angle to hit if you're anybody in this league here, trying to get it past the defenders as well. But IBuyFursuits definitely doing a good job in this game to keep Floof Crew under pressure and not able to do what they want with this ball. Pads trying to get up to that in time and not able to find it. Golden going to be putting this down in front of net. And Nano's going to have to clear to the side, but clears are not going to win you this game, and Corrupt looks like he wants to take this one already.
Yeah, Corrupt has been doing so much this game, already scored 2 goals, and Pads here, I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but flips away from the ball in defense, is gonna leave Corrupt with an open net. He's just gonna say thank you for another goal in this game. Looking for his hat-trick now is Corrupt, but first it's gonna be Pads off the ceiling, not having a flip anymore here, just going to wait for the ball to fall down. In the end, it's gonna be IBuyFursuits with possession. Vayen tries for the double read, but it's not gonna happen. Instead, ball goes over to Zami. No more boost in the tank, but Arno with a good 50. Pads is there as well, puts it high against the backboard. Vayen gonna be there for a defensive touch though, and 55 seconds on the clock. Floof crew really have to get some quick goals right here, as we've seen in the last game from Pads. But as it looks right now, IBuyFursuits just completely dominating this game, giving Floof crew no chance of a comeback. 40 seconds left for them to do, and with every second ticking down, it's looking less and less likely and more likely that IBuyFursuits is gonna get a double match point here.
And it's looking to be that way as 30 seconds appears on the clock, on the screen for you guys. Floof crew gonna have to try and get at least a goal in this game if they want some momentum going into the next one. But Pads just not able to get that touch. It's gonna fly towards the net. And Corrupt gets that hat trick you were talking about, Rex, and I think this one is all done and dusted.
Yeah, this is definitely done. 5 seconds, 5 goals, 17 seconds equals a bit more than 3 seconds per goal. If Floof crew want to come back here, and that's pretty much gonna be a just pinch straight into the net 5 times in a row for them, which is definitely not gonna happen the way IBuyFursuits have been playing here. And Floof crew really have to use this small break in between games to think of a strat that might work against this IBuyFursuits team, because as it looks right now, IBuyFursuits is just gonna stomp them away in the next game as well.
Yeah, it's seemingly looking this way, as we are going to be going back to NA, and this does really good for IBuyFursuits as well in terms of goal differential, as they are going to now be way ahead. And Floof crew, if they're going to want to be able to pick their server for the last game, if we do make it to a game 5, they're going to need to win by a hell of a lot of goals here. But this one, as we said, it was all IBuyFursuits the entire time. And, I mean, what are you going to do if you're Floof crew? You have to come up with something here if you want to be able to take this game number 4. And I'm not sure what they can do to kind of counter this IBuyFursuits squad right now. Rex, what do you think?
I mean, go for demos on Corrupt. I think Corrupt was absolutely crazy this last game. He had more shots than the whole of Floof crew combined, and obviously also more goals because Floof crew didn't score any, but that's beside the point. So Corrupt definitely a very strong player for IBuyFursuits right here. Maybe putting a target on his back and going back to the physical playstyle that we've seen in the preceding games might give Floof crew a chance here. Either way, it's gonna be on the away servers once again. So let's see if Pads can keep up what they did before today and kind of get out of that how do you call it, that reputation of not performing on away servers. But for now, Corrupt is gonna try to score a quick goal, and he will. That last touch gets around the Floof crew defense, and another insanely quick goal right here. Pads, no boost in the tank, not gonna be there quick enough to save this ball. Just have to watch it fly in right in front of their nose. Early 1-0 lead for IBuyFursuits.
And it's definitely not how you want to start 9 seconds into the match here. Zami has to put this over to the corner. Golden didn't really have any boost, but they were able to fake the thought that they did. And it did help out their team getting some pressure. Now, Vayen, a weird double touch on the corner, but does give Corrupt enough time to rotate back and clear this ball out. Now, Zami and Pads, a little bit of a miscommunication. Something we're seeing more and more from this team as the league goes on. Definitely something that they're going to need to fix. Nano gets bumped. Pads is going to be there for the save, but that was definitely a close one for Floof crew again. The ball going to go high now. Pads trying to put it down. Is anyone there? It's going to be Nano putting it over the head of IBuyFursuits, and Floof crew tie it up.
Yeah, that's what you want to see if you're a Floof Crew fan. Good pass down from Pets, nice read from Nano. Of course, Corrupt could have saved this ball, but just missing it slightly is gonna equalize the game and give Floof Crew some hope right here. I mean, they've been scoreless for like almost 6 minutes by this time, I think, and this one's going towards the net, and it's gonna bounce in off the post. Vayan is gonna restore that 1-goal lead for IBuyFursuits of a great pinch from Corrupt. Very well done by IBuyFursuits to quickly take over the lead once again.
And this team definitely looking so strong and dominant in this series. Definitely would not want to play them again as they are right now. And from having had to do that before, it looks like they're only just improving, and they definitely look to be a strong contender in this league. But we still have this match to finish up here. And Floof Crew are not going to go out without a fight, as another shot going to go in. Zombie gets a nice down shot to tie it up once more.
And such a smart decision by Zami here to put it down towards the ground, make it bounce up. No one from IBuyFursuits well, either not expecting it or just not reacting quick enough to what's happening here. Zami is gonna tie this game right back up, gonna try and do the same with the series. Here's Zami as he puts another one in. Great quick follow-up from Zami here on the kickoff win, and that's gonna put Floof Crew in the driver's seat in this game.
And an excellent pass from Pads off the sidewall. Zombie notices that no one in the back line is going to have any boost there, and does have the mid boost, so they'll go for the quick shot, and it's a very good choice from them, as they're starting to get a little bit more favor off of these kickoffs. Now Pads looking for a shot, blocked out by Van. Nano going to be the last back, can't get a touch over Corrupt, and Corrupt definitely going to be looking to try and get this goal back. Now Pads, not a lot of boost to work with, does get the demo. Golden there for the save, and they're going to keep that lead at 1. Now Zombie off the sidewall. What are they going to be able to do with this? A touch on the top of their car. Probably not necessarily what they were going for there, and Pads going to whiff on this ball, so Corrupt now able to take it forward. Zombie doesn't have boost. The flip reset comes out, and a good pass to Pads will keep them safe once more. But with 3 minutes left, there's a lot of opportunities for IBuyFursuits to push forward as they look for another right now. Van off of that drop down. No one going to be there. Corrupt going to keep the pressure. Golden going to be waiting for a touch. Nano puts it up high, but look at the boost totals. None for Floof Crew. Are they going to let it go in? It's a long shot, a double commit, and Golden going to finally put it in and tie it up for IBuyFursuits.
Yeah, that's gonna feel so bad. I was just about to touch on how IBuyFursuits look to get into the stride that they've had this this last game here, just putting continuous pressure on Floof Crew, and in the end, it really worked out for them, as we've seen here. No, I think the boost total on Floof Crew was like 20 boost or something at the end right there, and that's definitely not something you want to see if you have to defend a team like IBuyFursuits. Nano Blue here though with a demo is gonna leave Zami with playing the ball forwards. Pads with a 50, ball goes up high. Anyone there to follow? Pads tries for a touch, but Golden is there to beat. The ball flies mid. Nano Blue with a good defensive double tap against his own backboard here, and that's gonna alleviate a lot of the pressure that IBuyFursuits might have gotten here. Zami no boost, but goes for a 50. The ball's gonna go up the sidewall. Who can get to it first? Vayan is gonna have a touch, tries for a block as well, but Pads will beat him out. Ball played mid by Corrupt, now by Zami again, and going with the follow-up. Pads a bit awkward, but no problem for Pads to get that save right there. Everyone missing the ball right here. It stays in the pink half, and Pads tries to take control. Will get a good beat, maybe another one on Vane. Yes, indeed. Anyone there to follow up for Floof Crew? No, it's gonna be beaten. Vane taking the ball mid, and Zami misses in defense. That's something we rarely see, and it's gonna cost him dearly here. Corrupt scoring the goal, and IBuyFursuits might try and end the series right here in this game.
Definitely heartbreak for Floof Crew. Zombie thought that they had that read perfectly, jumps up for it, but just skims past their car, and unfortunately for them, now they're at a deficit once more. They're going to have to come back from this one. Now, we've seen Zombie put on a spectacular performance this game, but they're going to need to do it again. Pads with a good 50. Van is going to just challenge that one really fast just to make sure that no shot can come in. Nano kind of underneath the entire play, not really finding a spot for themselves. Looks for the shot, but it's going to be weak and a long clear. Pads is going to have to clear this one, and luckily they were just far enough back to be able to catch this on the bounce. Not going to go for the musty here. Goes for the air dribble over one. Corrupt, almost bumped by Nano. It was a good play coming out from Floof Crew there. They're going to need to do more of that. But Zami just not getting the reads right now. And that really is costing the team in these last couple of seconds. 45 remaining. Paz puts it back towards Zami. And Zami's going to have to find out something to do with this. But Corrupt is just going to play the ball. And Rex, with the 30 seconds left, Floof Crew seem to be looking for some pressure, but can't quite find a goal yet.
Yeah, but what they're doing is really good, just keeping the ball here, waiting for any mistakes from IBuyFursuits that they might be able to take advantage of. Again, Zami with a great 50 against Vayan, they're keeping the ball in their opponent's half. Nano tries for it mid, and there was a mistake from Corrupt. Luckily for IBuyFursuits, someone was there, but now it's going to be Pets with the ball. Corrupt is there for the beat though, and Vayan tries to put it in. It's not going to happen. Corrupt gets a touch, going with the follow-up. 1 second on the clock. If the ball touches down, it's going to be the series for Floof. No one can keep it up. IBuyFursuits will take the first series of the day. GG, well played to everyone, and in the end, Floof could not recover from what IBuyFursuits had to offer.
And yeah, that is a rough one for Floof Crew. That's going to be their final match of this first half of the season. And if I am correct, that's going to put them at 2-4 for the season. So definitely a lot to improve on for this squad. Looking into the second half of the league, we're gonna have to see where they end up on the leaderboard going into the mid-season tournament now, as their fate lies in the hands of all other teams in the league here. And I mean, IBuyFursuits, as we said, they've been looking really good this entire last couple of weeks since they picked up Vaya and Golden, and they just proved it once again.
Oh yeah, they've absolutely showed up today. Corrupt has showed that he's a big part of the team. Looking for some double, even triple resets here in this game. Not really scored any insane goals, but such consistent plays from IBuyFursuits in the end. Just a little too much for Floof Crew to handle.